What's up, Jabroni Steven here, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a long while since we've done a video over here, but I was in the mood to do a wrestling video, and AEW World's End is coming up, and I thought it'd be a cool ass idea to kind of do a what I think is going to happen and what should happen kind of a video for the pay-per-view. So essentially, the title of this video is going to be what should happen at AEW World's End. So we're gonna just hop right into the video. There's like 8 matches that I have here. There's a couple that I'm pretty sure are gonna be added, but at the time of doing this, there's only like 8 matches. So this is the match that was announced last night. No reason, really the worst thing going into the pay-per-view, but I have a fix for this match. You turn this into a fatal 4-way, titles on the line. You somehow you could do 2 things. You have Big Bill and Ricky retain, right? Then later down the line, you kind of do Ricky, Bill, Sting, Darby, and essentially put them in a feud, get the belts on Darby and Sting. Then from there, we transition into Adam Copeland and Christian versus Darby and Sting, ultimately that being the Revolution match for the tag belts, thus being Sting's final match. Sting, Darby, Adam, Christian, Edge, Christian, title match. Sting's final match. That's what I would do. We're not going to do that, obviously, because Tony or whoever booked this decided not to. There's ways to do this. You could put the belts on them now. You can wait till later, maybe a week or 2 from now. The good guys are going to win because Sting never loses, thus making this Don Callis family thing even more pointless. But it is what it is. That's what I would do. Which way do I have to go here? This one. All right, Andrade versus Miro. This match is going to be whatever, honestly. It's going to be a banger of a match. Storyline. I'm sometimes in it, sometimes not. Miro's promos are always great. CJ and Andrade's backstage segments are always super weird, and they don't really grab me. I'm always just like, what's happening here? What are we doing? Where's this going? Every time this happens, I'm always very confused. So from what I've heard from the dirt sheets and everything, Miro doesn't like to lose, but neither does Andrade. But Andrade has been losing in the tournament, part of the stories of the tournament and stuff. So my guess is Miro will win. CJ's hurt because she had surgery on her finger, so I don't know if she'll come out. But I personally think Miro needs to get away from this and get back to his story that he was doing, because when he was the Redeemer like a year or so ago, it was absolutely amazing. Ever since he lost that belt to Sammy and Sammy did nothing with that, what was it, like a year and a half, 2 years ago? It was a mistake was made there, and I feel like his character has really fallen off. Andrade's never really had a character in AEW, and he just continues to not have one, just put on banger matches. So, that's what I would do. I would just have Miro win, get him away from the story, move on. That's it. Just move on. All right. Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, the feud that should have finished a year and a half ago as well. I mean, this feud was a storyline that we were doing, and then for some reason we abandoned it. I don't know what there was. Some creative differences from what I've read, that they just had creative differences on what they wanted to happen. Swerve obviously went away from it and kind of is becoming like a bigger and bigger star. Keith Lee's kind of just been there, not really doing anything, jumping in and out of tag teams with weird ass gimmicks, with a cape, with a bunch of stuff. This match will be a banger. Swerve needs to win. The momentum Swerve is on needs to happen. If it's me, I don't know, man. I wish there was a way to get Keith Lee into Swerve's thing, but it wouldn't make sense. I wish there was a way to do it though. Get Keith Lee into Swerve's story, kind of roll with that, but like not his story, but his faction. I'm guessing this match will have a lot of shenanigans, and in the end, Keith Lee will win. ultimately putting Keith, I mean, not Keith Lee, Swerve will win, and ultimately Keith Lee will, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Swerve wins, and we kind of just do that, and Keith Lee just disappears again. I don't know. He doesn't really. I feel like creatively he's at a thing where he doesn't come up with like creative stories, so Tony doesn't know what to do with him because Tony doesn't really. Tony really is a guy that you have to pitch him ideas, kind of thing, and he's got nothing for Keith, so Keith's just kind of there. Swerve's got this great stuff thing going, you know, the momentum. I think Keith Lee could have benefited from being in the C2. That would have really benefited Keith Lee. Well, either way, Swerve wins. Next, Edge and Christian. I should have probably put this a little bit later. So Edge and Christian, what I would do, what should happen, and what I hope is going to happen, and I'm not even going to entertain the other way. What should happen? Christian wins via shenanigans, obviously. The shenanigans are Jack Perry comes back, helps Christian win. Jack Perry now joins the patriarchy. Thus, Christian's faction being Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, Nick Wayne, Mama Wayne, Killswitch. Thus, making Adam Copeland have to find partners or something to help against Christian, which ultimately, if they don't do the tag team thing that I want, leads to Adam versus Christian at Revolution in a cage. That is it. You either do that or you do the tag team match with Christian and against Darby and Sting. That's it. That's the only options, Tony. Only options. That's it. That's what we should happen. That's it. There's nothing else. Shenanigans with Jack Perry. If Adam wins here, it's a mistake. He will get people. He'll get a pop. But Christian's on the hottest thing in AEW right now. That's what we do. Next, TBS Championship, Abaddon versus Julia Hart. There's 2 women's matches on the card. Tony is learning to do that. I've been into this feud, kinda, but Abaddon is like the least interesting thing for me in the feud. I just can't get into Abaddon the way I want to. I think what should happen is that Abaddon should 100% change her look to be more dark, get rid of the green, and become Julia Hart's monster. And it would be Julia Hart's Sky Blue, Abaddon as their like monster that they send at people. But we have to change her look. Her look is distracting with the green hair for what Sky Blue and Julia Hart are doing. Julia Hart obviously is going to win. This needs to end with somehow Abaddon joining Julia and then changing her look for a more darker, menacing look. Like, you know what I mean? She's like the woman, she's like the girl zombie or whatever. So we make her dark and have her be the thing that protects Julia. Anybody steps up to Julia, Abaddon's there to like attack them. That's what we do. Makes sense to me. Next. All right, the C2 finals. The finals of the Continental Classic, a tournament that has breathed new life into AEW these past few months, and I am very, very happy. So what I do with this is I 100% have Eddie Kingston go over there in New York. Eddie Kingston wins, gets the giant pop. Eddie Kingston gets to take these titles and go on the road. He wins something big in AEW, right? Eddie hasn't won a big AEW belt, right? Mostly everybody loves Eddie Kingston. He hasn't won anything big in AEW. He's never gonna be world champion. We want it, it's never gonna happen. Tony's got like a bunch of other suitors that could win it. Eddie's never gonna win it. What can Eddie win? A tournament that is a G1 style tournament that he loves. Triple Crown champion, like his mentors, like his idols. It makes sense. The emotion, everything that this match is gonna bring. If I'm Tony, I probably start with this match. You start hot, I start with this match. The crowd will, because like you have to start with this because this is going to be such a big moment. It's going to have everybody on such a high with Eddie winning. I just think him start with Eddie makes sense. Eddie winning, big moment, beat Jon Moxley. That would have mean he beat Claudio, he beat Daniel Bryan Danielson, and he also beat Jon Moxley in there. 3 heavy hitters, he took them all out. I think that's what you do. Makes sense to me. Next, we've got Rio versus Toni Storm. I love Toni Storm's gimmick, and I feel that this feud is kind of confusing. Essentially, why is Rio attacking Toni? I don't know. She just doesn't like Toni. Toni, as this character, hasn't really done anything too bad, in my opinion. So when Rio came back to attack her, I was like, why is Rio attacking Toni? I guess, she's a heel, but there should have been something better there. And although I love Toni's gimmicks or like her promos and her video thing and love her thing on BTE, I just feel like they haven't really made me care about Rio winning this. Like I love Rio and this match will be a banger, but I don't want her to win. And I should want Rio to win. Like a good face, you should want them to win, right? Usually. Or you at least have a shot. Like there's no character from Rio other than coming out and looking adorable to beat up Toni, I guess. So Toni's gonna win. Mariah May will probably help her win. Maybe we do Mariah May versus Rio next week. Mariah May has been teasing a match. Maybe that's the match. I don't know. That's what I would probably do. Next. Okay, here we are. We are here at the championship, AEW World Championship, like the main event. Obviously, some people did not love the shenanigans that just happened. I did. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was interesting, even though there was a couple, not great moments in it. I still like the twist that Joe is the attacker. Joe is or not the attacker, but Joe is working with the devil. I think that obviously we get the reveal of everything. Tony Khan needs to pull the trigger here. People are already losing interest, have lost interest, are upset about what happened. I'm not there, but that's because I think we need to pull the trigger. I, as Tony Khan, put the belt on Samoa Joe. I have Samoa Joe beat Max, hometown, everything. After Joe wins, we reveal who the devil is. My theories have changed of who the devil is for a bit. Some people believe it's Jungle Boy. I don't think so, because obviously you guys saw what I want Jungle Boy to do. Some people think it's Britt Baker, which could make a little bit of sense if she's doing it all to take out Max because how Max changed Adam, maybe. I think you do Adam Cole, though. I think Adam Cole is the guy that you put that on. New faction, heel Adam Cole has always been the best Adam Cole. You do that story, you have that big reveal. Who are the goons? So, the goons I've debated. Because yes, the kingdom is right there. Roddy, the kingdom, it's all right there, right? With Kyle O'Reilly, all right there. The more and more we've gotten to see the goons, the guys, they're a bit big. I generally think they might be a little bit bigger than the kingdom guys. So in my brain, I think the best scenario we can do is we have Adam Cole as the leader, as the devil, with Wardlow, Kyle O'Reilly. There's a guy from MJF's past called Alex Hammerstone, I think. Dude is jacked. Big motherfucker. I think maybe we do that. We put him in there, and we need a fourth. I don't really have a great fourth. The only fourth that I have thought about that could body-wise could work is EJ Ndoka, who's a new signing, who hasn't had a match yet since he's gotten signed. He's a big dude. He's jacked. He's good in the ring. He was in NXT for a little bit. Like, the dude is right there. And if you give Adam Cole 3 monsters and Kyle, who is like a rabid pit bull, small Chihuahua style monster as well, I think that shit would work. The big problem we have is, why would Adam Cole want Samoa Joe to win the belt? In my brain, I don't know how we get to that. I don't know how we get to Adam Cole wanting Joe to win the belt. My only thing I can think of is that he wants to hurt Max, and he came up with a plan with Joe that you'll win the title now, but I get a title shot later. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how we get to it. I think Joe wins. He should win. I think some people are really done with Max's run right now. I've liked Max's run, but some people don't like it, so that's cool. You put the belt on Joe. Joe's champion, and Max goes away for like 2 months. Comes back around Revolution. Him versus Adam Cole. That's a story. That's a story for me, man. So there's also a battle royale that's going to be happening. Another couple things. I don't know who would win battle royale. My guess is that in the battle royale, we're going to get like some of the release guys from WWE, kind of like one-offs kind of thing. Somebody we obviously have. I don't think Mustafa Ali will be in there. What I do with Mustafa Ali, if he wants to and if can, I have Orange Cassidy go into the middle of the ring and cut a promo saying that he wants an open challenge, and Mustafa Ali answers that challenge, destroys Orange Cassidy, and then takes that international belt on a world tour. He's got so many dates coming up. He takes that belt on the international, like an international tour, and he does that with the belt. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. This is just kind of like a very basic video, but I wanted to make it, I thought, be kind of fun. And I love wrestling and I watch it every week. So I just thought I'd do this for you guys and for me. So I have this on video, who I want to win and who's going to win. So there you have it. Gonna get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys later.